Where were you during the Rodney King riots?
I was right in the thick of it.
You were in the thick of it. Okay.
Absolutely.
So Melvin pointed out that the Eight Tray Gangsters were the ones that kind of started setting off the riot.
Absolutely. It started on Florence, yeah.
Yeah.
1992, the Gangster Crips had the riot after Rodney King. We have a history of standing up against police misconduct. And I particularly do because I'm not scared of dying.
We saw them on TV.
Uh-huh.
Everybody else in South Central, we saw them on TV doing, and the people I'm assuming who was driving by was seeing it, but we saw it on the news.
Yeah.
And it hyped us all up. And I was living in Watts, and I remember seeing all the Jordan Down, all the Grape Street Crips walking towards the Imperial Courts, which is the P.J. Watts Crips. And then we all followed them, and then we walked all the way up in Central to the Nickerson Gardens and tow up shit all the way down there. So I was right there.
How deep was it when you were out there?
Bro, you couldn't count it. It was hundreds and hundreds of people. It was impossible. All those little neighbors, everybody was coming out all of those little crevices and shit.
You know, from the outside looking in, the question that a lot of people are asking is, why tear up your own neighborhoods?
It's frustration. We've never been taught how to deal with frustration, Vlad. Never. All our like from the gang, you got to understand the crack epidemic, and all of that shit. Like people, they didn't. It's a lot of values they didn't pass down, and when they did try to pass them down, they did it out of anger and frustration towards us. So it didn't stick. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah.
You know, I interviewed Lord Jamar, and he said that right around the LA riots, he actually felt that a black revolution was possible. Was there a moment during that time where you had a certain level of animosity towards white people? I mean, to write a lyric like that?
Probably. When I was, you know, when you're young and militant, you know what I mean? Like I was a young militant black man. Like if I was born in the Panthers time, I probably would have been a Panther. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. My studies, I had been studying for years at that time. You understand what I'm saying? And I was rolling with some really militant brothers at this time. That's all I could say. You know what I mean? And yeah, we was about that revolution life. You know what I mean? We was about that.
Yeah, and then you went on to sign,
we already was signed.
But I'm talking about Dead Prez.
Oh, yes.
Dead Prez came later, which kind of took that whole message, you know, a step further.
Yeah, well, that was, they definitely was in that vein, you know what I mean? Which is why I even was attracted to them like that.
Yeah. I mean, did you think at that time that there was going to be an actual revolution?
Yes, I thought it was possible.
Absolutely. Anytime I rioted. Yeah.
Did you feel, and you were in the thick of it. He was from the outside looking in.
I was so young. It looked like, to me, like the end of the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I didn't live long enough. You understand? I haven't seen anything like that. I didn't even think that was a possibility. Even though I heard about the Watts riots, but you know, the circumstances was different. They wasn't divided by gangs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was trippy to me.
What was the craziest shit that you saw during those riots?
I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that.
Okay,
like,
fair enough.
I really can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was extreme. People were getting pulled out of cars. People were getting beat up.
It was extreme.
Stores were being set on fire.
It was very extreme.
You know, but it would have been interesting if instead of tearing up,
it was dumb. It was dumb.
Tearing
like,
up,
retrospect,
people's own neighborhoods. What if they went to Simi Valley?
In retrospect, we all knew that.
You know,
because
everyone had
now
cars.
that we want to go shopping shit after we didn't, all the goods we stole, we ate them all, right? Or did whatever. So now we need to go shopping, and we got to drive, you know what I'm saying, way out to Hollywood damn near to go grocery shopping.
Were the Crips and Bloods really, and all the different gangs united during that time?
Pretty much, most of them. There was a few
when
that
you see
didn't
people like tying rags, red and blue rags
right
together.
There. I'm telling you, we was drinking. They was drinking blue drink. We was drinking red drink.
Huh?
Yeah, all of that.
It was all love.
It was super love, man. Like, yeah.
How did you feel the next day when all the smoke had cleared and the adrenaline,
We
subsided?
just like, we was kind of frustrated, man, because I think like as youth, because most rioters start by youth, you understand? So it was a youthful movement, and like I said, out of the frustration, we didn't know where to put our anger. You understand what I'm saying? Like all that pent up anger, and then the government of our state, of our city, whatever, wouldn't come and talk to us about how we felt, which is what they should have did. You know what I mean? Because you don't want people tearing up your city. So like, come to the table and at least let people vent at the very least,
Yeah, it was a crazy time. I remember I was in Berkeley during that time. There was a riot that happened in Berkeley, but nothing on the level, nothing on the level of LA.
Yeah.
But Berkeley, cars got fucked up, stores got broken into. I was out there, with some friends, just walking around. Police were on, like I said, it wasn't to the extreme, but it was like I said,
crazy still, yeah.
Urban Outfitter had all its windows smashed, and everyone took jeans out of there, and everything else like that. Yeah, man. Well, Rodney King, unfortunately, was not the greatest poster boy for this type of thing either. He was a drug addict.
He wasn't, man. But I think that's all it took. It could have been anything.
Yeah.
Like at that point, you know what I'm saying? It didn't have to necessarily be him.
Yeah.
But I think, that little thing just kind of tipped the scale for everybody.
Yeah.